Hey guys, it's For Real here, and today we're gonna looking at a stunning battle which I had in the EBR 105. Now, I know I featured this vehicle a couple of times, but this one is quite a game because you're gonna see at the end EBR versus Chieftain, and what I mean by that is, well, you're just gonna have to sit and find out. So anyways, we're on Glacier here, and I'm platooning with a friend of mine who's from my clan, and he's an RT main, so please no hate comments in the section down below. Anyways, looking at the matchmaker, we are top tier here with tier 8s and 2 RDs, which is great stuff, and 5 heavy tanks on each team. Now, I like to come in the middle of the map because I have like I have good view range, so I can spot like 360 around, but my main purpose is to spot the heavy tanks which are crossing the one line towards, you know, the northern side where usually heavy tanks go. Now, as you can see, I decide to not commit to the position where Burask is because I find it's really it's a big risk, and since I'm a top tier here, I have to be really influential. And yes, as you can see, I spot the Chieftain, which he kills the CS, and that's gonna be my platoon main's main focus, to take down that Chief, because a Chieftain usually is in the hands of a good player, and he's probably a priority target. So anyways, as you can see, my platoon mate signals that he fired at him, which probably took 300 HP, probably more or less. And one thing that our RT players should do, random or in clan battles, is to state how much consistently how much reload time you have. Basically, as you can see, my platoon mate says 21 seconds, 12 seconds, and it really helps me coordinate with my spots. So if you can do that in random battles, that's great. So anyways, I managed to put a sneaky shot into the Chieftain, which is great, and the more I managed to shoot the Chieftain, the better it is, because a Chieftain in that position where Burask is playing hold down against 3 tanks, which my 3 ally tanks, which would be in a complete crossfire, that would be actually really bad for us. So anyways, as you can see, the Chieftain manages to get up. He loses quite some HP, not gonna lie, but it's still not enough, and the Chieftain is gonna farm the IS-3 and the 277 with ease. So anyways, the score is 3-4, and I'm spotting the Scorpion for my platoon mate, which if he hits, you guys know, is a full penetration, because the Scorpion has really low, how's it called, has no armor. So unfortunately our RT misses, but it still leaves him on a one-shot, which manages to allow me actually to take him out. And the thing is, what I just did was a risk, because the Scorpion might hit me. If he hit me, I would have been down to 60% of HP, which is really bad, because as you're going to see further on, I'm going to have to carry. So anyways, there's an E75, and I'm going to try to take him down, but take in mind I have gold loaded, and since the E75 has shields, anti-heat shells, it manages to bounce off. But luckily for us, in just a second, Ted, which is our platoon mate, takes him down. So anyways, the scores have evened up, but by HP, as you'll see, it's quite not the best for us. And what I'm planning is to completely assert dominance in the middle area, so I'm going to try to 1v1 below it. So I put a good shot into him, and I'm falling back because I'm afraid the Skoda T50, which has really good shell velocity, might hit me. And as the last known position of a Skoda was actually at the back. So what I'm going to do is try quickly assassinate below it, but it's a disaster because I actually bounce him on the side, and that is still a risk, because if you have heat rounds and the heat rounds go too low, it's going to get absorbed by the track. So I take 1 shot of damage and give none in return, which is not good at all. And what I'm doing is I'm baiting below it to think that I'm going to poke from that side, and as soon as I lose the spot, I poke from the other side, and I take him down without losing HP, which is extremely crucial. So as I suggested before, the Chieftain's position in the C3 area allowed the enemy's team to completely dominate the heavy side, the northern side. And what I'm gonna do is try to assassinate the RD, because the RD is a big pain when it comes to late game situations, because they can be a real difference. So what happens is I spot the T92, I miss him on the move with the HE, which is kind of unfortunate since the range was pretty close. And I'm coordinating with my platoon mate, and I'm telling him, okay, please kill, how's it called, the not the T92, but the M53, because he's behind the rock and it's hard for me to hit him. So anyways, I shoot once the T92, the RD finishes him off, and I'm just spotting the other RD for Ted, and he kills him off, which is a great result there. And it's 11-10, and it's looking pretty good right now because I'm still in the game, I'm pretty good in HP, and we have map control, and I can move around a lot and spot the enemy for my RDs, which is 2. So anyways, Yefi makes a pleb mistake, which is that he doesn't rotate. As you can see, my platoon mate, who's a really experienced RD player, he has already rotated to the sovereign side, which is more secure, and that's going to allow him to put a couple of more shots. And if Yefi did that, he would have put a couple of shots as well. So anyways, however, thanks to him, we know that the 268 and the Skoda have pushed in, which is not completely bad, I guess. And I'm going to use these bushes right here, where the 704 is, to spot the Skoda and the 268 crossing the open, which is great, which would be great. So anyways, I missed this shot, don't ask me how, but that was atrocious. But anyways, I didn't get spotted, which is awesome, which was a great result. I'm gonna hit the 268, not the Skoda, my bad, once. But unfortunately, our 704 dies, which is extremely unfortunate, and he didn't even deal 1 shot of damage, which makes a big difference now. So anyways, I put another shot into a Skoda, and I get spotted, so I have to run away, because I'm sitting in a crossfire between 3 tanks and the T95, which was last spot in the middle. And this is a really hard situation because I'm on the spot the enemy one more time for how's it called, my platoon mate, so he can put 1 more shot of damage. And the thing is, as you see, I didn't take a shot because I didn't have gun suppression, and I couldn't risk taking damage from a Skoda right now, because I might have put 1 shot into a Skoda if I overpeaked, but he has such a good intra reload clip, but he would have managed to put 2 shells into me, which would lead me to a 300 HP, which is terrible because that would leave me a 1 shot to everyone. So anyways, my platoon mate falls, and I'm left in a 1v4, and I make that quickly into a 1v3 by taking out the 430, but I still took a shot, leaving me at 600 HP, which leaves me a 2 shot for every single tank. And now I take out the Skoda as well in quick succession, but now look at that, I'm 275 HP, and there's two tanks remaining, and both of them can one-shot me. Now, if you look closely, the issue is not that it's at 1v2, the issue is that I don't have any more gold rounds. And as you know, the EBR 105 is not known for its penetration. It's known for its great mobility, dispersion, and firing on the move, basically, but not for its penetration. And at this distance, it would be hard to penetrate the Chieftain even with gold, let alone APCR. So anyways, I'm trying to run away, but the 268 is spotted, and this pretty much corners me into a really tight situation because a 268 is moving. I'm going to try to do a cupola shot because I can't penetrate anywhere else, and it doesn't work out. So anyways, what is my thought process? Well, it would be ideal if I take out a 268 before I deal with a Chieftain, because that would leave me much more space for moving and rotation. And so what I have to do, I know I have to just risk it, you know, I jump because I'm pretty sure the 268 is going to try for an epic shot. It doesn't work out for him, which is a great result, and I'm wiggling left and right so I can get the side of a 268, and I have to turn on the, what is it called, the turbo mode on. And the situation is still really bad because if I lose spot from a chief, I don't know if he's going to peek left and right. As you can see, the Chieftain is also deciding where to move, and now it's an RNG. It's a game of who has more luck, and it turns out that I put 1 great shot into a Chieftain, but it just doesn't work out. If I had just a touch more HP, I probably could have carried this home, but like, I can't complain about the way I played it. I mean, at the end of this battle, I had 6k damage, 4 kills, and I really tried to carry my hardest possible. But you know, my back couldn't allow anymore. Anyways, as you can see, it wasn't just a great battle for the EBR where I show you how to play it and like maximize its potential, but I also managed to show you what good coordination a light tank and an RT player who has experience can have. And as an RT player, the main things you have to do in a match is tell your reload constantly, where you're planning to shoot, and just try to all in all coordinate with your team. So anyways, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.